Right. Amazing. Hello. Hello, everybody. This is, welcome to DNC. Definitely not Canon. Myself, Godric. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you all. And here's my buddy.
Cool. Yeah, my name's Manny, as the name says on the screen, and yeah, this
As
is
it
our
does.
initial episode, and I guess the aim is for us to just discuss things that we're passionate about. So anime, tech, anything in between. So yeah, that's literally it.
Yes. Yep.
So I think, well,
Pretty
we
much
had the.
just.
So what?
Sorry, carry on. My
Yeah,
bad.
I know it's all good. Yeah, so yeah, we had a few things that we agreed that we're going to talk about, but yeah, Junior said he's literally just finished Bleach, so we're going to talk about that first.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. We're gonna get straight into that. Straight into that. First and
look at that.
foremost, how amazing is Bleach?
You know what? I'd say for me, I like the new format. I like the fact that they take the time to produce the episodes, doing
Mm,
it seasonally in well, as opposed to doing it on a weekly basis. I
mm,
think the fact that they do it seasonal now allows them to put more effort into production, obviously music.
mm. But
Pacing's a
the
lot.
music's always been banging though,
The
so
pacing is a lot
don't
better.
do that. The
Uh,
music's always been better. What could be better?
nah, man,
Sorry,
this is night and
amazing.
day. Like the music's been the
It's been
music's
consistently
good.
amazing. What are you on about?
The
The music's
music's been
banging.
good. The
The
music's been
OST
good.
is
But
crazy.
this is a different level. There's music playing throughout, and that drives attention. I think it helps with
Yeah,
attention.
yeah,
So
it does. Yeah.
yes, so yeah, like I said, the pace is a lot better. The stakes
Mm-hmm.
have risen.
Yep.
Yeah, I say it's a way better watch than the initial seasons.
Mm.
And yeah, hopefully
But
One
I
Piece.
mean, I guess that was more the style back then. So you can't be too critical, like on the way it was. That was the time back then. You had Naruto, One Piece, all fresh in the mix, man. That was just the style of anime. Coming
Mhm.
from Pokemon as well, Dragon Ball Z.
I'm hearing that anime won't be like that again. So which is good.
No,
I don't
no,
mind waiting if it's going to
it
be
can't be.
quality 13 episodes or 26 episodes, whatever it is.
Mm. I mean, think about it. It can't. Those sort of animes can't survive in this environment. People's attention spans are way too small, especially the younger kids. Like,
Yeah,
can
I
you
say
imagine their attention span right now trying to watch the old school Dragon Ball Z or the old school Bleach or the old school? Oh, One Piece is not probably it's
yeah, I
better now,
think
right?
the
One
issue
Piece.
the issue was because of the manga. So
Mm. Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah, yeah,
so obviously the manga, I mean the anime, the basically there was looming threat that the manga, I mean the anime will catch up to the manga.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
in order to alleviate that, they would add filler or try to
Crazy fillers.
drag out the stories. So like we mentioned before, the
Yeah.
pacing can be a bit off. So
I'm telling you, like these kids don't know how lucky they have it, bro. Like it was nuts back then. Like I remember like when you even watch Bleach, you watch the what was the special? What do they call it? The special edits where they got rid of all of the fillers. You watched that, right?
no, I didn't
You
watch
watched
that.
that order, bro.
I'm
You skipped the fillers,
basically no, I didn't watch the fillers. I knew I could tell I could see a filler coming a mile off. So
right?
I
But
I once I said
there's actual playlists that people have that literally have they tell
there's
you which
playlists,
ones to watch, which ones not to watch.
yeah, there's playlists,
People
and
have that now.
there's also I think there's like a wiki cheat sheet that you can go onto. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, I could tell what episodes were fillers, and I would
It's,
just
it's,
skip.
it's also the same way for One Piece too. They've done the same thing. If you want to watch all the One Piece and you don't want to watch all the fillers from the old ones, there is an actual way you can do that. I need to find that actually. I'll find that and send it because it's really useful. Because like obviously One Piece again is such an incredible anime, but if you were to start that now and you're not used to that pacing, you won't last. You'll give up. You'll
Yeah,
give up
no,
way before the
it's
goal
called One
seeps in.
Piece.
One Piece, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah, and they got something similar for again One Piece. I'm sorry, Bleach. But sorry, back on Bleach. So I have to say this because I'm obviously very proud of this. But who was telling you to watch this show for the longest, bro?
I don't know what he's talking about.
This guy, this black guy over here, me. Hello, hi, guys.
All I
Yeah, me.
remember
I was saying,
was you
bro, you
claiming.
need to watch it.
I remember
And
you
on top of
claiming.
that, and on,
I remember you
and
claiming
on
the
top of
better
that, and on
Jujutsu
top of
Kaisen.
that, and on top of that, when we went to, was it in DreamCon? We should talk about DreamCon actually later on. But at DreamCon, I'm pretty sure we met loads of people and I had loads of discussions about Bleach. And I was like, yo, please tell him about Bleach. And you had all of the amazing recommendations pouring out. Bro, I'll tell you, I know my things, bro. I know my things, bro. If I say something, it's going to slap, it's going to
It's not
slap.
really hard though. It was part of the big three for 10 plus years.
Nah. Some people don't like some of the big three, bro. That's fact.
That's just
Not
hating.
everybody loves the big three. Not everybody loves them. I know loads of people that just do not like One Piece, even from trying. So, like, even though they are the big three.
I see why with One Piece. One Piece, I was a bit. Yeah, I was a bit against it at the beginning. I had to force myself to watch that.
Yeah.
That was a
same. Yeah,
but
that was ridiculous.
I don't regret it. So I don't regret watching any of the big three, to be honest. You just need to catch up.
For sure. Yeah, because I mean, so I started One Piece a very long time ago. Obviously, I'm talking about how many years, bro? Literally from our uni days. But I stopped. And then, do you know the funniest thing is I didn't stop because it was bad or anything. I'm just pretty sure other things just took over. And then eventually, like, missing 2 episodes turned to missing 50. And to missing 50 just randomly just turned into missing 200. And at that point, it's just like, I'm not doing it again. I'm not going back. So that was unfortunate because I did really like One Piece, but I need to get back to it for sure. I do. But sorry. Can we get back to? Let's get back to Bleach because what I did selfishly was obviously wait for them all to pile up and then just finish it. So I just finished it today, and do you know what I'm sad about?
What's that?
I'm sad how they done Baz B, bro.
Baz B.
They done him dirty, bro.
You got to
done him
remind me.
dirty. So Baz B's the one with the he's got like a pink mohawk. He's part of the Stern Ritter. But it turns out that he actually wanted to kill that Fotch guy. I butchered his name. But they wanted to kill him. He wanted to kill him. But he was part of the Stern Ritters, like his private force.
Oh yeah.
And and they touched on that backstory. That was really interesting. That was really cool.
They just free that in out of nowhere. Like, okay, here's some backstory for you.
Yeah. Right? Like they could have done a lot more with that. And to be honest, like this is the thing. This is the pacing thing, right? Because like if this was the old Bleach, that whole thing would have been like 10 episodes on its own right. But this time they literally just they're shortened it to like what? It's like 20-minute episode or even less than that because it's probably like 10 minutes and they cut to other stuff, which is kind of a shame because that backstory is super interesting. So I kind of would like to see more about that. So that's actually unfortunate. But yeah, they done him dirty, bro. Because he was like, it seemed for a glimpse that they were trying to make him like the new or this series Grimjow. You know, like the kind of rebel with a heart of gold. You know, the rebel that wants to do something good. So like, it seemed like they were setting him up for that, and then he just got battered, bro. He got slapped up so sickly, like it was horrible. Like he didn't stand a chance. Obviously, because that guy's way too overpowered anyway. But it was interesting how they were connected, but yeah, they done it dirty, bro. I'm sad about that. Very sad about that.
I'm actually going to rewatch the last 2 episodes again, man, because it actually reminded me, and I went back. I feel like
the finale was pretty cool.
Episode 14, I think that ended a bit too quickly for me. I don't like the way it ended, to be honest. But
yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
And did you notice? Because they done. What was weird about that episode is that they for like the last 5 minutes. They had that guy just basically having a monologue talking about. I mean, it was kind of funny.
Do you think I watched that? Do you think I watched that?
Yeah, you probably missed it. But
I turned that shit off, bro.
It took up so much real estate of the actual episode. Exactly. And it's like, this is the finale. What are you doing? Like, what? Exactly. Of all time to do that. That was cheeky.
So that
was real cheeky. Yeah. That was hella cheeky. And like, that was an unfortunate moment because obviously that was the first time that Ichida obviously revealed that he was still a good guy, which kind of disappointed me a little bit.
Yeah.
When they found out he was a good guy. Like I felt like they
Yeah.
should have stuck to like it felt like wow because I was like wow they made him bad.
I needed
Even
I
in the
needed
back of
more.
my mind,
I
I
needed
kind of knew.
more.
Don't get me wrong. Sorry.
I know I was gonna say I needed more from that. And I
Yeah.
want them to drag it out a bit longer because
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
like okay,
Yeah.
you just we turn up and it's like okay guys, I've changed my mind.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
It felt like that. Yeah. That was so. This is like, and this is where the pacing situation could maybe maybe it's actually more of a negative than a positive because they've been like so struck on like we need to do like fast paced pacing whatever 12 episodes or 12 or 13 episodes a season. Because of that, they didn't give that enough time to like really come through for the audience, like to make us really understand what was happening, which is a massive shame.
I think I'll
But
definitely need to rewatch it because I want to be more critical, but I'm pretty sure
mm,
there's for plot reasons they probably had to do it. But I don't know,
yeah,
man.
whoops, I just messed up my stuff. There we go. Yeah, yeah, and I know because usually you are very critical.
Yeah,
That's yeah, you'll rip into that. So I think you need to get reacquainted with that because
give them a bit of grace. But yeah, solo leveling.
yes, solo leveling,
It's coming back. I've
gas
heard
from everything.
mixed reviews for the movie. I mean, I sent you one review, a positive one.
Really?
So and then I don't know if it was clickbait or not, but
Yeah.
the review I saw yesterday was saying why you shouldn't watch it, blah blah blah. I didn't even bother watching it to be honest, because
Mm.
I didn't want to get got by clickbait. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but from what I know of season two and what to expect, I'm gonna go with the original clip that I sent you. As in,
Mm.
I'm gonna think it's like that. So what I mean by that is I think it is a good. I think that it will be a good way to set up season two.
Mm.
Unfortunately, I checked yesterday. I can't find tickets anywhere for the movie.
Really?
So I'm gonna have to wait for it to come out on streaming.
Wait. As in, it's all sold out, or they're not?
It's
It's
done.
not in many cinemas around here.
It's done.
Bro, when was it even released?
Odeon and View, maybe
When?
more. This was December 4th.
Damn, bro.
Yeah,
We flopped then. We
we lacked.
flopped,
Yeah, we lacked. Yeah.
bro. You didn't even bring that up, bro.
I
So I
just
blame
found
you
out
for.
yesterday, bro.
Oh, okay. Damn, we messed up, bro. I'm sad about that still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we got to wait.
but
We got to figure out.
similar to Demon Slayer and all the other animes before it, it was a cash grab, and everything
Mm,
that we'll see in the movie we'll see within the first couple of episodes. So
really?
yeah, so we
That's what
really
it is.
we don't need to. You don't have to. We just have to
Yeah.
wait a few more weeks.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. I hated that with Demon Hunter, and I hated that with what was the other? No, they didn't do that with Jujutsu Kaisen, did they? They didn't do that. That was a whole standalone thing. I was hoping it
Oh
was more like that because that movie was incredible,
yeah.
so good.
It was a pre was
Prequel,
it
yeah.
prequel?
Prequel, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a prequel
Yeah.
still. That was really good. I was hoping they did that, but that was a big ask. The fact that
And
they
then
even put it because was the
they
Demon
started
Hunter films
not
in cinemas?
huh?
Was the Demon Hunter films in cinemas?
You mean Demon Slayer?
Sorry, yeah, Demon Slayer.
Yeah. That was in cinemas, and they did the exact same thing. So I think it was the train arc. I,
Mm.
I forgot what the train arc. I mean, what that train movie was called, but I just know it had something to do with a train.
Yeah, I
And
remember that. Yeah. It was good. It was good too. Don't get me wrong. But
oh,
again, it's like
movie.
you're gonna see it in the next few episodes.
That was a good movie. I don't. Yeah, I didn't watch that in the cinema. I watched the movie, then I watched the actual season.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
next.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was still good. What else?
Have you read the manga of Solo Leveling?
Yeah, I finished it.
You have.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, okay, predictions. What's gonna happen? You know.
I was gonna ask you the exact same thing, but I was just like, nah, let me leave that. Let me
This is
let
why
me
I
stay
hate
in.
Bruh, you manga donnies, bro. Like, I
Yeah.
look. Do you know what it's like? Like when people, you know how like with gaming, you got the PC group and then you got the console group, and they're always clashing. This is how I feel like with the anime and the manga crowd, because it's like we both love gaming, right? We all love anime, but we're divided in this massive way, and it is a big division because of moments like this. Like I could have obviously said, "Oh yeah, what's going to happen?" Like let's talk about what can possibly happen. You guys always know, so you guys are
You're
always
gonna
just.
speculate.
You,
I want to know
I
the
don't get
facts.
that. You guys
I want
always
to know
want
the
to
facts.
spoil.
I want to know the facts, and you want to speculate.
You lot.
But
This is dead.
what I would say is, for anime only guys, if that's what you want to do, keep it to yourself.
You can't
That's
help it. You
what
guys,
I'm
I'm
saying.
not saying you too, because you're part of them. So I don't know why he's acting like you're not part of the group. Like you guys are the same group of people
What are
that
you
just
talking
love to
about? Do
spoil.
you know what I mean by
You
that?
love
As
to,
in, keep it to yourself, because obviously there are other manga only people that will intentionally try spoil. So that's what I'm saying. Keep it to
you're
yourself.
one of them. That's what I'm trying to say.
Intentionally,
You
nah,
say you're not intentionally doing it, but I think deep down you're like, oh, I want to spoil.
nah. I
I
haven't.
want to spoil.
I've
Who can I spoil it
Junior.
for? Who can I get spoiled? You guys feel some deep
Don't try.
satisfaction when you
I've,
spoil too. It's like it makes your heart smile. You guys get gassed. You're like, yes, I've ruined someone's experience. That's what you guys do, and it's evil.
I don't know why you've lumped me in with them.
Manga guys are evil,
I haven't
huh?
done that. I haven't done that.
Yeah, you sure? You sure you never done that?
I'm sure.
Just for the record, he has spoiled a couple things for me. Couple shows.
He's holding on to something from 2013.
I'm not.
He's
It's been
holding
sooner
on to
than that. But he
that
has.
one
I'm
percent.
not.
That
I'm not
one
saying it
percent.
happens often.
That
But it happens.
1%.
I'm not saying it happens often, but it happens, and I know he gets a kick out of it. I know he
I
does.
don't
All
get
these
you.
manga buddies, they love it. They love it. Okay, so don't spoil solo leveling for me, right? But let's discuss it in a way that you don't have to ruin it for me. But
Bro, we
yeah,
speak about it all the time. What are you talking about?
huh?
I said we speak about it all the time. You've got nothing to fear.
Yeah, but we're speaking about the episodes. We're not speaking about what's going to happen next. We're not having that discussion. I can't have that discussion with you. But I'm just saying, like, what at least for what I want to see, I want to see my man. Is it Sung Jin Woo? Sung Jin Woo. I went for Sung Jin Who. So Sung
That
Jin Woo.
I think
Yeah,
that
that song. I think it's hard.
yeah.
I think it's Sung Jin Woo. I'm pretty sure it's name. Anyway, I want to see him just get disgustingly overpowered, bro. I'm looking forward to that because yeah, I remember that episode. Remember when he got smacked up by that Ignis guy? That was awesome. And then he came back, obviously. The guy in the Red Knight guy. I think his
Oh,
name was
Igor.
Igris. Yeah. That episode was fire, bro.
Yeah.
Like one thing I do like about that show is that they are not afraid to see him get beaten to a pulp, bro. Like you don't know. Like obviously, ultimately, yeah, he's probably gonna win, but they take it far. Like the guy's pretty much been near death at least twice now. So I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing where they take it. Like remember the episode when he went to that gate to actually like I forgot what the exact reason was, but he had to go through that like big boss gate. I think for like the next level up or something to get like a big power up, and he had to fight that Cerberus, that big
Cerberus.
demon dog.
Oh yeah, you're talking about like the Demon Tower.
Yeah.
It
That was
may not
awesome.
even be Demon Tower, but that's what I'm gonna go with. But yeah, I know,
Whatever it was, that
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so
he got slapped up.
he needs to clear that to get he, to get the ingredients to craft for some medicine for his mum.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It was a big deal, and he just got absolutely slapped. And I think
Because
that's obviously one of the biggest reasons I like that show is obviously the whole gaming element. It's like
Mhm.
perfect for someone like me, the kind of RPG shit. I love RPGs too. So like I really get I get a sixth sense of it. Like it's such a great show, man. I can't wait for the next one still.
And a similar show to that, Tower of God.
Banging. You brought me in on that one, so I'll give you props. The way I brought you in with Bleach, you done that with Tower of God.
I
So
put you on solo leveling as well, mate. So
Kidney didn't get here. That was not you, bro. I don't
I
know
did.
why
I
you
did. I can
trying
bring
to
up the
take credit for
receipts.
this
I can
before. It's
bring up
so
the
insane.
receipts.
You know how
I can
bait
bring up
that
the
freaking
receipts.
anime was, bro. Everyone was talking about that. You think you were the first one
Ah,
to show me?
trust
Are
me.
you on crack, bro? How?
Trust
How?
me.
No way. There's no
Bro,
way. He was not the first. He was not the
it's
first
all
one.
there. It's all there on the phone. It's all there.
All right, bro. Okay, cool. Bring the texts. Let the people know. Not now, but you can edit it into it.
No.
Innit? Fine. I'm fine by that. Like if I'm wrong, the next time we speak, I will apologize. But I know that's not the case. But yeah.
I
That's a
know it
banger.
is.
However,
I know it is.
I do have some issues with that show. Although it is good, it's a good show. First season was okay. Second season picked up a little bit. And I'm in regards to like the lore, it's really good. Like there's so much stories within the show.
Yeah.
They're kind of not great at telling some of them, but maybe that's just the pacing. Maybe we'll find out later on. But the biggest L about this show, the biggest thing that's just destroying it for me, is the animation, bro.
Mm-hmm.
With the fight scenes, it's
That's
embarrassingly bad.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty lazy. The sad thing about it is because the webtoon is so good, like I mean, it's actually incredible to the point where you will read it and feel like you've actually watched the anime. That's how great
No way.
it is. So to see that and then see the animation, it just feels like okay, they got some AI bot to be like auto fill the frames from
Yeah.
from the webtoon. So yeah, I agree with you, man. It is a bit disappointing, and I'd say that's probably the one area where it lacks. I know you mentioned what was it? You mentioned the pacing, and I feel like this time around they did try to fit a bit more into the season, which I actually appreciate because the previous season was only 13 episodes, but they wanted to make sure they got everything out of the way so they could start the next season, which will be a great arc. I just hope that the budget is doubled.
Yeah. It's killing it for me, bro. I can't lie. Like finishing that season was kind of a struggle, and it's so sad because what's really hilarious is like obviously the first season. Actually, I'm talking like the first season was actually really really good, and I feel like you don't really notice how bad the animation is in the first season because there's not that many fight scenes in that because there was obviously a lot more like building the characters up, and that alone was super interesting. They've got great characters in it. But
Yeah,
as soon as it's like kind of bittersweet because like you wanted this moment to come. It's like, right, like they've been gassing up certain characters and stuff, whatever. You finally get to see what they can do, and it's just piss poor. And I remember, so one of the things I was saying to you as well, one of the biggest disappointments about it is that it has everything you need in order for like amazing, epic combat scenes, bro.
Yeah,
you know, everyone, you got the power levels like are very clear. Even they're in classes and everything. Everyone's like powers are unique, so you could do all types of crazy stuff. They even got like the light barrel and the spare throw. Like they got the different classes in that regard as well. They've got so much, like everything you need, but they didn't do it justice, man.
It's to the point where I might just encourage you to stick to the webtoon only, bro, and just because
I think I will. Yeah,
it was that mad. Like the stuff that I've seen in some of the arcs, the following arcs, as in like the arc, the next arc, and the arc after that, crazy. So
yeah. So here's a question for you,
Go on.
Manga Donny. Which anime done more of an injustice? Which anime done more of an injustice for the manga? Tower of God, Berserk, or the first one or first two seasons of Kingdom?
I knew he was gonna say that.
Yeah, that was an amazing one.
Which one? That is actually not hard.
That was a hard watch. The first season of Kingdom, bro.
I need to go back and rewatch the
Please
first two
do.
seasons because honestly, for me, it's not hard. I'd say it's Berserk. Yeah, I'd say it's Berserk.
Bro,
And
okay, it was as bad, bro.
the
Berserk's
reason
second
why,
season was as bad as Kingdom first season, bro. For
sorry,
sure.
what?
The Berserk first season was as bad. Sorry, Berserk second season was as bad as Kingdom's first season in terms of animation. Because they've done the whole. I don't even want to call it CGI because it was like some terrible version of that. Like they've done that sort of animation. Both of them, both terrible. Like it lacking frames and shit. Like it was like fucking 15 FPS. I don't know what was going on, bro. Like they destroyed it.
Yeah,
I think for me, because you know, only because Berserk is just so epic. I feel like that was probably the deepest injustice, only because of that. But in terms of animation, they were all terrible. But you'll know because you've read the mangas too, at least two of
they all
those.
suck. Yeah, they all suck in terms of animation. But yeah, not Bleach, sorry, Berserk. I
Yeah.
think in terms of how great the manga is, and
Mm,
if you see some of the panels, how much detail's gone into it, and the fact that it's in black and white as well, and they're able to convey,
mm,
uh, yeah, they're able to convey a lot
mm.
through those panels. I'd say for me, it's definitely Berserk.
Yeah.
Definitely Berserk, yeah.
Do you know what's
See,
so crazy about Berserk?
the anime is actually a joke. To me, it's an actual
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah. It's a tragedy. It really is. Like it's funny because Berserk's probably one of the only mangas that I've at least read some of. I haven't. I'm nowhere near where you are. I'm not nowhere near the end. But I have, like, obviously I was so frustrated by that. But then the only reason I stopped wasn't because I wasn't enjoying it. Obviously, I do just prefer watching animes anyway. But that first feeling you get when you see some of this in an anime, right? That first feeling you get is just there's nothing comes close to that. So I'm like, as I'm reading, I'm like, wow, I know one day someone will do it. Someone will give this the love and respect Berserk needs and deserves. So I stopped. But that was like
Uh,
2 years ago, like maybe even more than that.
maybe
So
maybe
like,
we'll do it.
remember? So you heard about that fan made one, right? The series that was made by animators that were basically fans, but then got stopped. Did you hear about that,
No,
bro?
for
Fam,
Berserk.
my heart was broken, bro. So there's a studio. I'm so sorry. I need to get their names because they deserve all the credit because it wasn't their fault. The reason why it ended.
Mm.
Do you know what? I wait. No, sorry. I need to find this because they deserve everything. Um, Stu- Studio Archie. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, so yeah, these guys, they were actually just fans of the show, like mega fans, as most people are, if you know about Berserk. But so they were like, we're gonna take it amongst ourselves. I think they did get some sort of agreement to actually do it in some sort of regard. I'm not too sure how far it went, but I think they actually finished it. They finished everything, and like obviously the whole community was like super excited about it because it did look really cool.
Finished
And then
everything.
last minute,
What do you mean by finished everything?
as in that the season that they were going to do, not all of it,
Okay,
obviously. Whenever they like their project, I'm not sure how long it was. It could have been just 5 episodes. I don't know what it was,
okay.
but they had a finished project, a finished package. And then when it came to like finally getting it done, for whatever reason, they were told not to. They didn't get the final permissions, which makes this is why I need to know the whole story because surely you wouldn't start it if you didn't have the permission, right?
Yeah,
So I'm not sure what happened, but bro, it broke my heart, bro. It really broke
yeah.
my heart because I thought
It's telling me that
finally we had it.
somebody wanted to profit from it. Because say if it was truly fan made, then this shit would be out. You get what I'm saying?
Mm,
So
yeah, true. I mean, I'm
yeah,
sure. I mean, isn't it like legally they had to get permission? No, surely,
you
even
could
if it
still
was fan made, no.
you could still technically put it out. There's a lot of fan made
Mm,
animation, but it's just a case of whether you want to profit from it.
profit
So
from it. Yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
like
yeah.
platforms like YouTube and shit will take it down.
Right.
Yeah, so it depends on that. So I mean, there's plenty of
Broke my
sites
heart,
that.
bro. It broke my
Yeah,
heart, bro.
that's
It
a
really broke
shame.
my heart, man. It really is. But like, so we're like, Kingdom is like a perfect example of animators or like a TV or an anime show who redeemed themselves. For me personally, they had the best redemption arc of any anime. I'm talking about the animators or the producers, whatever it was behind them.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
I
if they
say
might have even
from
switched the whole to
from where
other
they
studio.
started, from where they started to where they are now, yeah, I'll give you that. I
Insane,
say there's
insane, bro.
there's still room, but yeah, I'll give you that.
No, it's perfect.
Yes.
Okay, of course, nothing's perfect, but bro, it's incredible. Like everything about the anime when it hit from I think the third season onwards, like I was even saying this is in the GOAT conversation. For me, it was, and it was crazy. Like those moments where like one of my favorite moments of Kingdom, and I think it's also because I love the animation of it. Isn't even necessarily the fight scenes, but there was one moment when like they're finally announcing the coalition army and they're going against the main people, Zin's people, and them, and like it's like the generals go turn by turn, like proclaiming themselves and like saying who they are and what they're gonna do and stuff, and like that moment, like incredible. It was so good. But yeah, it's
See,
just
that's why I want you to finish Tower of God, because the world building in that is crazy, and you get
really
the same vibes. So I'm saying, yeah,
from
bro,
Kingdom vibes. Are you telling me?
bro, finish it, bro.
Really? I
I'm
get
saying,
Kingdom vibes. Wow.
bro, finish it.
So that's one thing I was
I,
going to discuss with you. I
I'm not
wanted
gonna
to
say
actually
that it's top. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, it's top five of all mangas or whatever. I'd say in terms of, I've said this to you before, in terms of world
yeah.
building, for me, it's top three in that regard. But in terms
That's
of
that's
overall
crazy.
manga, I wouldn't put it there.
See, top three in anything. So this is what I wanted to also talk to you about because
Okay.
I remember you must. I reckon when you told me this, that you probably saw something fresh in it. You probably read something that was like
That was all from
confirmed.
reading. This is all from reading. There's not
Yeah,
from
yeah,
watching
for
that.
sure. So I feel like you must have read something, like an episode. Maybe you just finished an episode. You're like, okay, this is it. Because obviously now I finished the season. I don't even see it. I don't see it. It's like
You wouldn't see
it
it.
is really good,
Say
but
it.
it's not even the top 10 for me. It's not even top 10. Not even the top
Everything you've
15.
seen. All right, let me try and put this into like an analogy or something, yeah,
Mm,
like what you've seen in terms of scale of what's been written. I say it's similar
mm.
to a One Piece, where you haven't touched Marineford yet in that regard. Like it's still early. Like they
Yeah.
have they haven't built anything out.
Okay.
Like from what you what
That's a crazy thing to compare it to.
yeah, no, because
That's a
obviously
crazy.
it's been going for, I wouldn't say just as long. I probably would say like, let's say 15 or so years. If correct
Tower of
me,
God.
Tower of God's been going on for at least a decade
Yeah.
plus. At least a decade plus.
Insane. I did not know that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I'd say one of its latest seasons, because they do seasons pretty differently in the webtoon. So there's only
Mm.
3 seasons. So they just finished the third season now.
Mm.
That season's been going on for, I think, a few years now. A few years. So
No way.
yeah, I'm just saying, like I said, in regards of world building, I'd say it's top three for me. But I know a lot of people would probably disagree with that, but I say it only disagree with me unless you finished it. I don't want to hear anyone's opinion if they've only gone halfway through it or whatever. Get towards
Yeah.
the end
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then we can talk about it.
That's a fair statement because I'm definitely one of those people. Like I can't really talk, and then I have done. So that's actually bad. I should kind of give it. So okay, so that's a manga that's like non-negotiable. Is that what you're thinking? Do I need to just read that, or can I wait? Is it one of those ones?
No,
Because
no, I don't think you
it's like
can
the
make.
Hunter x Hunter situation.
I think that is one. That's a manga. Oh, I'm trying to think. What's a good? It's like Hunter.
Yeah,
It's one of
yeah,
them ones
Hunter x
where
Hunter.
you don't know when the anime is gonna come back. Just read
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stubborn,
Okay.
bro.
we just touched on Hunter x Hunter, yeah. So I'm gonna ask you a question. This is the question I was gonna say, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So from everything you know about Hunter x Hunter,
Mm.
what do you think your Nen type would be?
My what? My Nen type.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna have to refresh my memory, bro. What is the Nen types?
Okay.
Give me some examples.
Yes, bro, you might even be able to tell me as well. So, there's
Yeah.
an enhancer, a transmuter, emitter, manipulator, conjurer, and specialist.
Right. Okay. I remember what you're talking about, but it's been such a long time. I don't know the details. So you're gonna have to show me which one would you be, bro, and why. Show your
Yeah,
workings.
that was the whole point. So basically,
Yeah.
with Nen types is based on your personality, and obviously it's predetermined. It can
Mm.
change, but it's predetermined. So
Mm.
even before you've learned, then like your Nen type is already established. So because that was refreshed in my memory, I was like, oh, okay, that'll be a
Mm.
good question to ask. Let's see what people will say, because I know some people will say, oh, they'll probably go for the more flashy one, but be like, is that your personality? Do you know what yours would be?
Mm.
I'd say for
Interesting.
me, it's probably between three.
Which ones?
So enhancer,
Mm.
I think I want to say, I think kilowatt is a transmuter. I think, yeah,
Okay.
transmuter.
So is that someone who can like manipulate elements? Is that
Um,
why he's a trans
convert. I think it's convert Nen into something.
like an
So
element? Right.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Interesting.
yeah, that or a
Cool.
specialist.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So that's really interesting because I wonder because obviously you must have heard about the real life exams, hunter exams that
oh
they're going to be doing, right?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
I wonder if you touch on that. Like, I wonder if it's that detailed because that'll be actually really cool for people to learn about themselves. Because,
Mm.
like, I
Would
know
would
I
they
have
have a
heard some of it.
personality
Like, they
test?
do have proper tests that you have to do. So I'm sure they'll get down to the bottom of it. Bro, are we
Yeah,
going,
that
bro?
would be interesting. So what was that?
Are we going, bro? To do the hunter exams, bro?
I'm not going to, where is it? Washington in
Why
three
not?
months.
See, you're not a real hunter, bro.
I'm stuff planned.
You're not a real hunter, bro. I'm there, bro. You're crazy. I'm
I'll,
there,
I'll
bro.
be there.
I'm
I'll be
figuring it
there
out.
the next one.
Next one, yeah, nah, bro. We're going to the first one, bro. We have to, bro. We have to. We have to. We actually have to. Like Hunter x Hunter is like our top three. It makes sense. We gotta go. We gotta represent.
All right, let's do
I'm
it.
I'm passing that shit too. And I heard
You
that it's going to be as hard, like only 1% or something like that are going to be able to pass.
yeah,
So yeah, we gotta go. You coming,
yeah.
yeah? We doing this.
I'm already there,
Look at
man.
this
I've
guy,
bought
man.
my ticket.
Look at this guy, bro. I'm in an R bro. He ain't about this hunter life, bro. You're not about this
Okay,
hunter
let's
life.
go then. Hey, don't gas me up.
I will, bro. Because
Don't
I'm
gas
gassed. I'm doing it. There's no way I'm not doing it, bro.
me up. You know me. I would
We
never
have.
turn down a trip to the States.
Well, I mean, true. We did recently have a trip to the States, didn't we? Where
True.
did we go, bro? What did we do?
Yeah, we went. What? We went to LA and
I mean,
Austin, Texas.
forget about all that other stuff. That has nothing to, they don't need to know about the LA trip, bro. The main thing.
Austin, Texas. Yeah,
Hell yeah,
yeah. We went DreamCon. When was it?
absolutely, we did.
Was it towards the end of July?
Yep,
Yeah, that was enlightening. Enlightening. It was good
that was
to meet.
fire.
It was good
That was.
to meet a lot of people, network, and obviously get
Mm,
different opinions on things.
mm,
And obviously, like as you alluded to earlier, I'll get some thorough recommendations.
yeah.
You know, it's so not appreciated. It was
Mm,
going back to one of the videos that the video that you edited,
yeah.
the TikTok reel
Yeah.
of the cosplays.
cosplay. Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, just going back and looking at some of the characters there, and I was like, oh, I recognize them now. I was like,
All right.
a lot of these are Bleach characters. I was like, okay, cool, I respect it.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I know
yeah,
which ones you're talking about as well. There was
yeah,
one guy. I forgot the name of the guy. There was one guy that was you know, the wolf guy. Well, the guy that looks like a dog. Those guys, and he wears like the helmet.
yeah,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
There was a cosplay that I saw. He killed it. He killed it. He looked so sick. And I remember that couple as well.
The couple,
That
yep,
couple, they killed it too. Oh man, it was DreamCon was amazing. It was
yeah.
so good. Like seriously, like people, if you haven't been, I couldn't recommend. Another one that had more fun at. Like obviously, you know, being from London, we have been to MCM. That's probably the only ones that we have been to.
Yeah.
Which is supposed to be the best one, to be fair, but we should try the other ones too. Because there's London Anime Convention, which is supposed to be good. It's just no shade to MCM, like it's good for what it is, but in comparison, like there's nothing in England that comes close to that.
I think nearly all of the conventions in America,
Oh, yeah, that's for
yeah,
sure.
I think they all pretty
That's
much
for
shit
sure.
on us.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
that's a fact. Unfortunately, I
Yeah,
would wish that could change.
when was that DreamCon? We was getting recommendations to go to other ones as well in different
Yeah,
states.
Dragon Con in Atlanta, I think that is. That's another one. A lot of people saying go. Obviously, the other big ones, California, San
Yeah,
Diego. Those ones, obviously. But
OmoCon.
they've got so many. New York one is apparently supposed to be good too.
Exactly.
They have
And
so many options. Like
gonna be in-
Americans, you guys are spoiled. Americans are spoiled. They don't even know how spoiled they are, how lucky they are.
I think they do.
Like, I don't think they do. I think they
They
do.
won't let us stop hearing about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Every time they
But
come
like,
over
one
here,
thing
they tell us how bad our food is.
that's. I mean, because
But she
yeah,
had to
but
cook.
they are kind of right about that.
I was like, nah,
Like,
man.
to be,
They just going to the wrong
no,
spots. They come over
yeah,
here
that.
asking for fish and chips. I was like, what did you expect?
I don't know the fascination of fish and chips. I think, you know what it is? I think British people have gassed it up. Like I reckon they've probably met some Brits and they were like, oh yeah, fish and chips, thinking that they're not gonna ever try that shit. Nah,
Yeah.
bro, leave the fish and
Because that
chips
is
alone.
literally the first thing. Whenever American comes, they're like, oh yeah, let's go get fish and chips. What is that? What? Why do you want that?
You don't want that, bro. You don't want that. But sorry, yeah, back to back to DreamCon, like, so that was like our first, obviously, international Comic Con, and so yeah, I like honestly, like I was saying, I couldn't recommend it more. And one of the things that I think like was just the most stand out about it was just there was an instant sense of community the second you're in there, you know. And most people, like everyone's like similar ages or whatever. Everyone comes from different walks of life, different states, different countries. There was loads of people from other countries as well. To be fair, there was a couple
Americans
Brits. I
love to
remember one
dance.
guy when I was yeah. Oh, they love to, bro. Okay, look. Imagine this. Like this. This is one thing that I have to get people to understand. Like, okay, as a Brit, like I'm not even joking. There were moments in the convention which rivaled Carnival sometimes, bro. I will go that far, bro. Like people were just going wow,
Yeah,
like
I get
dancing,
what
like
you mean by
having
that.
fun. It's
Yeah,
crazy
it's
because
like
the energy was so infectious.
a random circle of people just break out and dance. Someone will bring out a boombox and then they'll just dance and flag surf and doing whatnot.
Like
Yeah,
out of nowhere. Like
yeah.
I don't know, it was like those flash mobs. Like it just out of nowhere, like someone would just feel themselves, and then you got a circle of people dancing. The music would just come out of nowhere. Someone would just bring a speaker, like, hey, okay. Like it made no sense. Like, and this happened all the time. Like even during, okay, I remember one of the funniest moments. So because I mean, let's be real. Okay, DreamCon is obviously organized by extremely talented guys, but they are also black. Okay, so
Uh,
let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. We all know it's one of the worst things about ourselves is that black people, when they tend to run things, not all black people,
where you go with
not
this?
all black people, you know,
I don't
not
know where
all
you
black
go with
people.
this.
But unfortunately, there is a lot of us that whenever we're organizing anything, things are just heavily delayed. And I remember this was one of the shows that everyone was really excited to see, was delayed for about 2 hours. No exaggeration, which was crazy. However,
What
which
was
would
the
be a
reason?
big
They said
problem.
someone was stuck in traffic.
Yeah, yeah. So, was it Sexy Red? I think it was Sexy Red.
Might have been,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it was Sexy Red.
I,
Sexy Red was why was Sexy Red even there? I don't know. However, no shade to Sexy Red, but I don't think she even partakes or even watches anime. I might be wrong, but anyway. So we were waiting for Sexy Red. Okay, big man like us. We were forced to wait for Sexy Red. I mean, I would have happily been happy with just not being there if it meant it ran on time. Like I think that was an L that we were happy to take. But um, but yeah, like it literally took 2 hours for the thing to start, and which would be a big problem if it was anywhere else. However, like the crowd, man, like again, the whole place just turned into a rave. It was nuts.
yeah,
Like there were mini circles everywhere in the massive
literally with the
auditorium.
arms.
Crazy. Like there was not a dull moment.
Yeah,
So good, man.
as long as there's a DJ, people will dance.
Yes. Americans, you guys love to dance. And you know what? We appreciate you for that because it creates such a beautiful atmosphere.
Yeah,
You did
man.
fall asleep once though. Do
I
you want
like
to
the
talk
way
about that?
you all gas each other up.
Yeah.
It's good. I
But
like
no,
that.
don't duck, bro. Don't duck what I said. You did
What
fall
did
asleep
you say?
though.
I didn't even hear what you said, bro.
You
Well,
did
say it
fall
louder.
asleep, though. You fell asleep. You
No,
slept. You snoozed. You
I
slept.
slept during the thing, bro.
What? You took a
Am I
whole
not allowed
nap,
to
bro. It
sleep?
wasn't even a nap. You took a whole sleep.
What am I supposed to do? I was tired.
Not sleep. What do you mean? Bro, this guy was snoozed off. Hey, I'm showing that video, bro. I'm showing that video, bro.
Nah.
It was hilarious. I'm literally just like, bro. And like, it's so funny because he's like literally passed out. And I pan the camera and like everything's popping off. It didn't even make no sense. Is it because what happened again? Like, did we go out? I think we went out the night before, didn't we? We must have.
Yeah, I think so.
We
But yeah,
must have.
that trip was crazy. I think
Yeah.
on one of the days I had a job interview as well in the morning. It
Mm,
was UK
yeah,
time,
you
so
did.
it's like, yeah, there was a lot going on around then.
Mm. We
Yeah,
definitely need to go back. We'll go to another future one for sure. And like
def-
again, and you touched on this as well. It's like just the people you meet, man. Like I still speak to a lot, like to some of the people I met out there. Still speaking to them, like amazing people, man. Honestly, I didn't have one negative interaction with anybody, and like there was like hundreds, like tens of thousands of people there. So that's a big statement on its own.
that's actually, yeah, that's on point. Literally, um, I can't remember a single negative interaction I had. We went out
Mm,
during the day, in the evening, not a
mm.
single one. Yeah, I mean, you also met
One
fellow
criticism,
students out there as well.
yeah, we did, yeah.
Yeah,
One criticism that I'll say, and like to be honest, I think this is the direction they're going to set them apart. So fair enough. I know it's not like a deal breaker or anything, but like from what I was even hearing from people that have been going from like the beginning, it's saying like they're kind of pivoting away from anime and gaming even to like do like I guess to like up the production for like TV show types performances and stuff that don't really have anything to do with that sort of stuff. And I mean, I get it. Like they probably want to make it appeal to not just the anime nerds. They want it to appeal to everybody, like something for everybody. But I kind of feel like the more you do that, the more you're gonna kind of disappoint the original group of people that you're first marketing to. You know, because the more you fit it up with other stuff, is the less obviously stuff that we would actually want to see. Because like to be fair, like reading the whole program and stuff, it's like I was like seeing what type of shows they were, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't interested in any of them because most of the ones in the main auditorium just weren't even related to anime or gaming. In fact, it was just like they got the creative basketball league and stuff, which is all cool, just not really my. I just wouldn't want to go to watch that, I guess. But I guess look, if everyone, if it's a thing where they're just trying to have something for everybody, fair
yeah.
enough. But
That's literally the
at
first
least
I've
they're
heard of
pivoting
that.
in that direction.
And if that is the case, then yeah, I'm with you on that. I'd be
Mm,
disappointed if they were gonna veer away from anime gaming, the core attraction. I say for me, then
mm,
say But as we alluded to earlier, there's more than one, so
Yeah, yeah. And the
it's
thing
okay.
is, like, I don't blame him either because, like, let's be real, like, RDC, they're not obviously like obviously the whole anime and stuff. That's what kind of put them to the position. But like they kind of obviously branched away from just that into just more like comedic stuff. And they're so good at it.
Yeah,
Like I don't ever
exactly.
want them to stop. You know what I mean? Like they're so good at it. They're so funny. They're so entertaining. But I do feel like they are trying to pivot away from just the anime stuff for that, and I just hope they don't because honestly, like it was perfect the way we had it,
Mm.
but from speaking to other people, it's like every single year has been a pivot to the other direction.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's. But I mean, like, I guess the good thing is, like, and this is what I guess people from the anime community need to also realize is that they're by doing that they're bringing in a bigger audience to anime, like people who might not even really like fuck with it initially, but they fuck with them. You know, they go into it, they see the environment, they meet people who really love it, and they're thinking, "Oh shit, maybe this is actually really cool." So maybe that's actually a positive. Like they're expanding people's horizons to and introducing them to anime in a way that most people can't. So that might be that's really cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. Definitely. Oh, well, it's going to be in Houston now, so we'll see.
is it in Houston?
Yeah, it's in Houston.
Really? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, yeah. I know you've heard. You spoke about bad things about Houston.
No, I
Doesn't sound
didn't.
like a very friendly place. Yes, you did, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, the goons aren't gonna fly over to get you, bro. You're good, bro. Don't worry about it, bro. You can be honest.
What was I going to say? AI agents.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so let's just talk about the whole this whole TLDR. So I mean, everyone's obviously very aware of where AI is going right now, and although it's obviously very evident that it's there's very good things, very positive things about the space, but I am not convinced that the positives outweigh the negatives. I truly believe that there's a lot more negatives, and especially with the introduction of AI agents, it's just going to propel it to a whole other level. And
Yeah,
I don't think society is ready for that shift. I don't think society is ready for that shift at all.
I don't think so too. So yeah, in case it wasn't clear, the agents have finally been created within the Matrix. We've got a whole bunch of agents running around, and
Deep that.
it's not
That's actually
safe.
a
It's not
good
safe for the streets no
comparison.
more.
What's that?
I said it's not safe for the streets no more.
It's not,
Um,
man, and it's just gonna get worse.
but yeah, but for those of you that don't know what agents are,
Mm,
um, so basically, it's basically software built on top of large language models. And a good way to distinguish the difference between the two is that the ChatGPT bots or
mm.
ChatGPT, for example,
LLMs.
works in conjunction with you. So I think Microsoft coined the term Copilot, which is a
Mm,
great implementation of a generative AI bot. But what the difference between that and an agent is that an agent is now will now have the powers to collect collect information. So in regard to collecting information, it will have the powers to retrieve data,
mm,
proprietary data. That in conjunction with context and the ability to execute. So
mm,
all of those things working in conjunction with each other will basically so you can this means that you can be as vague with your task as possible, but because it's
mm,
able to reason, it will now be able to execute that task. So you could be like, oh, okay, um, I'd like to schedule a football game with some of the lads. Could
mm,
you find out when all of us are free and get that done? And then it will
mm,
go go ahead, look into my calendar, my friends' calendars, and then try and arrange an invite for said parties. And
So let me just ask you a question. So
on.
is it to the point where it could, like, say for example, if it, and correct me if I'm wrong, so with AI agents, so where like the prior to that, the limitation would be like, okay, cool. So if there's nothing on the if there's nothing on the calendars, then it will kind of just leave it there and say I can't do the task. So with AI agents, will it even, does it also get reasoning, or is this AGI? Sorry, but would it also reason with itself and say, okay, I can't get this, I can't get it through here, therefore I'll try other means, and these other means might even extend to messaging your friends and finding out. Is that something that an AI agent would do,
That
or is that more of an
that
AGI thing?
that is a great question. So I guess it all depends on the means that it has. So in
Yeah.
regards to means, I mean the permission. So let's say if you've given if you've given the agent the ability to send the emails out or text messages in this case, or being able to read their calendars, or being able to double check. But I haven't heard of a case where it would ask and wait for an answer, but I believe it
Mm,
definitely be able to do that. It definitely would be able to do that. And the reason why I say that, and why I also say it's a looming threat,
mm.
because I believe Salesforce have already rolled out their agents. I forgot what they name it. Um,
Oh, I didn't
they're,
know
they're also on the second iteration, so I believe this is for basically this year.
that. Yeah.
They're high on agents, by the way, um, and the whole aim with that is to replace. I'd say low level call center workers,
Okay.
just customer service representatives, so things like that.
Right.
So being able to just if a customer has a query, be able to get the data
Mm,
on the customer and try and solve their issue there and then, rather than
mm.
escalating it to a human being. So that
So
that's
just
go
just
ahead.
from you saying that, I can imagine it being these AI agents, especially from Salesforce, because this would be the kind of arena. It would be perfect for like um, people who obviously call up people to qualify them. Say, for example, let's say if you're a job recruiter trying to find people for jobs, I'm assuming that eventually, or maybe even now already, you'll be able to use these agents to, you got a bag of numbers, you got all these contacts, you're like, okay, qualify all of these people, see if they have what we need them to get this job. Do they have the degrees? Do they have, when can they start? All that stuff. I'm assuming if you give the directive to an AI agent, especially through something like Salesforce, because that's pretty much what they're used for, they will be able to do that task. And that
I
to
wouldn't
me
be
is
surprised.
already insane. Yeah, that's
I wouldn't,
crazy.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing that already. To be honest, I've
yeah,
heard
yeah,
cases
yeah.
where they use AI to filter out candidates. So yeah, I wouldn't be
Mm,
surprised. But yeah, I'd say the reason why it's a threat, because unfortunately, the truth is companies are wired to be as efficient as possible, and if they
I mean,
can,
we're in a capitalist society. Like, it's kind of embedded in us, embedded in the
yeah,
system right now. Yeah.
yeah. So if they can automate your job, they will.
They will. Yeah. Like, come on. Like, can you imagine any of these companies actually being like, oh no, we actually care about humanity, man. We want people to have their jobs. We're not going to do it, even though it's going to save us millions. It's not going to happen. They're gonna get, as soon as they can, they will. And that's
Exactly.
just the system we kind of have it. We obviously, it's like we kind of encourage these companies to do that. Um, it's terrifying, man. It really is. Like, it really is. Like, there's a lot. Like, and that's, I think, and the reason why we're at this point now is because I think quite shamelessly, when like AI started popping up and the idea of everything happening, it seemed like it was only going to replace a certain person's type of role, like job, and it seemed to only really affect the more creative side, which is funny because that wasn't something that we initially thought it would, but then that manifested itself. And I kind of think quite selfishly, like most people who aren't creatives, thought, well, whatever, it's not affecting us, it won't affect me. But now we're at that place, and I think
Yeah.
especially this year, it's really going to start toppling us over.
I could speak for tech. I say
Mm,
when it initially came out, a lot of engineers were afraid, and you would even see on YouTube, you'd see videos saying, "Oh, is my job, am I going to
yeah.
be replaced by Chat GPT, blah blah blah." And yeah,
Mm,
a lot of people were afraid, but I mean, then we saw that even though it could create these scripts or programs, that it wasn't able to put it all together, and you
right.
would need a senior level engineer to do that, and that's what was um, I guess fed to a lot of engineers saying, okay, it can do some of the tasks, but it can't do everything. So that's
Mm,
where you are safe. So I guess that that's the aspect where they was trying to lull everyone to sleep. But I say now going seeing the direction, and to be honest, this was inevitable. I could
mm,
see how some jobs can be automated away, especially within the tech space.
yeah. It's crazy because I just remembered now as well. I remember reading up about this actually. So like I'm not too sure whether it's built already or they were actually just in the process of making it. But so one thing that's actually been really well kind of coming together and it makes perfect sense is obviously AI and crypto, right? And so
Hmm.
one of the main use cases that I've been hearing quite a lot of these AI agents and why crypto is perfect for this because say for example, all right, you can get to the level where it's like, okay, I want you to buy me something from Amazon or wherever, something from wherever it is, right? So with like an initial bank account, there's like quite a few checks and balances, right, before you can actually do it. Like, you know, obviously if you want to access your account, you have to, like, say if you want to do it through an app, you need to have your face or whatever it is. And obviously you can't give an AI agent an account. It would have to be your own, whatever. Cool. Even if you can do all of that. But with crypto, it's like you can just give it like a cold wallet, right? Or a hot wallet, sorry, and it will have all the private keys or have whatever wherever it needs to actually access it, and it doesn't have to go through any other intermediaries like a bank. It doesn't have to do any of that. It can just go into its wallet, make the purchase, and then just to say if it is like an ebook or whatever, and then just give it to you. And like that's crazy. Like when you think about it, like to have like to give an AI agent a bank account, you know, like what are we even talking about right now? You know, like it's so mad how where this is gonna go, and we're going there without a question of a doubt.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
actually are, and it's terrifying. But then, so I think we'll try to allude to this before. It's like AGI, right? That seems to be like the massive, almost to the comparison. They compare it to like the nuclear race. You know, who can achieve that first? So like for me, AI agents and AGI sounded quite synonymous, but they are different. Do you know the exact difference between the two?
No, I'm not too familiar.
I'm trying to figure that out too, because from what it sounds like, and again, I'm not too sure, obviously being artificial general intelligence, I believe it's the kind of the idea where it can literally, it can do it all effectively, right? It can reason with itself. And if there are roadblocks, it will find another path and it won't stop trying until it achieves that task. And from what it seems like, and this is what I think is quite frightening, it's like right now, it's like you have to be quite direct with your prompts if you're going to, you know, get anything from an LLM. With AGI, you can be really vague, you know, like get me this, and it will figure out how to do it. Like on its own reasoning, but okay, well, I have to do this, and I have to do that, and I have to go there, or I might even have to ask this person and all that kind of shit. Like it will do that. It will become, it will
Yeah,
reason like a human being.
it sounds very similar.
Yeah, yeah. But I think at least with AI agents, you still have to give it a clear directive, right? I think that's what it is.
But
Like you might have
it's,
to even state where you're going to get it from.
it's still the same thing. I think what you're talking about is the theory versus the implementation. So I think
Mm,
the agents itself is just a worker. So typically
right.
we would call yeah, we would literally call it a worker within the
Mm,
tech space. So But what you're saying in regards to AGI, that sounds like what is under the hood. So
Yeah, yeah, right, okay.
yeah, so
So it's an expression of
because
what that is, an AI.
it sounds exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frightening stuff, man. Honestly, I
Mm.
like it. I truly worry about the future when it comes to this stuff, man. Like I
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
But it kind of makes you think too. Like why are we so obsessed with trying to eliminate human beings, bro? Like it had like, and I see crazy stuff when people say like this is some sort of what they call it transhuman agenda, right? And it's like,
No, it's
when you
just
think about it,
it's it's just capitalism. Well, when I say
mm,
capitalism, it's just the way things are designed. It's literally just the design of everything in regards to
mm,
um being profit driven. So
yeah, yeah,
if,
yeah, yeah,
like I said earlier, like companies will like to become as efficient as possible.
mm,
My niece is knocking on the door. Once I'm gonna pause this. Cool.
right. A little
Um,
a little difficulty over there. Sorry about that, lads and ladettes. Right. So, but I mean, to be fair, we've hit some good topics. I think we're actually past the hour and sign mark, so I think we can leave it there for today. What do you think, mate? Any last words? Anything you want to get off your chest? I think
I just thought of a lot of stuff, but nah, I've got nothing to say. I'm pretty
we
good.
have plenty. We have plenty more to go
Yeah,
anyway. So I think this was good. So I just want to, if you are listening, thank you so much for giving us your air and your time. It's been an absolute pleasure. This was obviously the first episode, as Manny said in the beginning, and we intend to do a lot more. So generally, the type of topics we'll be covering are just anything related to tech that we find quite interesting, because that's very much what we love and our backgrounds, etc. Obviously, anime as well. Obviously, we're going to talk a lot about that, and just gaming as well. Actually, we didn't even touch about gaming today. We're big gamers, so yeah,
yeah.
man. So please, just,
If you guys
hit,
are
if there
interested,
is a like button, hit that. Subscribe if you can, and yeah, man, just let us know if there's anything that you want to hear or any interesting things that you guys find, and then we'll be more than happy to look into it and talk about it. But yeah, any last words, my brother?
I think you just took them.
I tried. I tried.
But
So,
yeah, no, you got everything literally. If you guys believe that we missed anything or think that we could have expanded on anything, please let us know.
mm,
And if you're interested in anything that Junior just literally just mentioned, yeah, subscribe, follow us, interact with us. We'll interact back. And yeah, we'd like to make
mm.
this a weekly occurrence at least. At
At
least.
least, yeah, at the very
So
least.
yeah,
And
and
I just want to say as well, like, please, like, because like, one of the main things we want to do is obviously, build a community so we can all learn from each other. Because this is one of the things that we really want to push as well, is just learning. Like, there's a lot of things that we want to learn. And that's why we talk to each other, because we just love expanding our whatever knowledge that we may have, and just being more informed in everything. So obviously nothing's going to be perfect. We're not professionals in a lot of these fields. So we obviously want to
please
learn as
refer
much as
to
we
the
can.
title of the episode.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So yeah, thank you so much for your time, and we'll be seeing you all on the next one.
Appreciate it. We're out.
Good day, goodbye, good night.